Imagine this. In a world where justice hangs by a thread and one split-second decision can shatter lives forever, a rogue cop's brutal chokehold on an innocent black woman explodes into viral outrage, only for him to face the ultimate twist when she steps onto the bench as a judge in his corruption trial. If heart-pounding tales of revenge, redemption, and raw power grip you like they do millions across the USA and UK, smash that subscribe button right now for exclusive stories that expose the dark underbelly of society. Don't miss out. Subscribe today and join the revolution. In the sweltering heat of Atlanta's summer streets, Officer Derek Harlan gripped the steering wheel of his patrol car, his knuckles white against the black leather, sweat beading on his forehead not from the sun, but from the gnawing frustration that had been building inside him for months. At 35, with a decade on the force, Derek had seen all, or so he thought. The drug busts, the domestic calls, the endless paperwork that buried dreams under bureaucracy. But lately, the protests, the scrutiny, the body cams that felt like nooses around his neck, all chipped away at his patience. He was a good cop, he told himself, one who kept the streets safe, but the world didn't see it that way anymore. That evening, as the sun dipped low, casting long shadows over the bustling downtown, Derek spotted her, a black woman in her mid-40s, elegant in a tailored suit, hurrying across the crosswalk with a briefcase in hand. She was Dr. Elena Wright, though he didn't know that yet, a respected civil rights attorney on her way to a late meeting, her mind racing with case files and strategies to dismantle systemic injustices. But to Derek, in that moment, she was just another pedestrian jaywalking, or so he convinced himself, her quick steps cutting too close to traffic. He flipped on his lights, the siren blaring like a predator's call, and pulled over with a screech. "Hey, you! Stop right there," he barked, slamming the door as he approached. Elena turned, her eyes widening in surprise, then narrowing in defiance. "Officer, I was in the crosswalk," she said calmly, her voice steady, laced with the authority of someone who had faced worse. But Derek, fueled by a bad day, a chewed out by a sergeant, a lingering hangover from the night before, saw red. "Don't talk back to me," he growled, stepping closer, his hand instinctively going to his belt. Words escalated. Elena stood her ground, refusing to back down, her phone in hand recording the encounter. "This is harassment," she stated firmly. Something snapped in Derek. In a blur, he lunged, his arm wrapping around her neck in a chokehold, the kind he'd been trained to use only in life-threatening situations. But here was raw anger. Elena gasped, her briefcase dropping, claws scratching at his arm as spots danced in her vision. Passers-by screamed. Phones out, capturing the horror as she went limp for a second before he released her, shoving her to the ground. "Stay down," he yelled, cuffing her roughly. The video went viral overnight. Hashtags like #JusticeForElena exploding across social media. Protests erupting in Atlanta and beyond. Demands for Derek's badge ringing from coast to coast. He was suspended, investigated. The department scrambling to contain the fallout. Elena, bruised but unbroken, pressed charges. Her neck marked with purple imprints, her spirit ignited. But life twisted further. Derek's troubles deepened when internal affairs uncovered his dirty secrets. Taking bribes from local gangs, planting evidence and minor arrests to pad his record, a web of corruption that stretched back years. He was arrested, charged with assault, evidence tampering, and more, his trial set for the fall. As he sat in the courtroom months later, shackled and suited, his lawyer whispering strategies, Derek's heart pounded. The judge entered, robes flowing, and the room stood. His jaw dropped. There, ascending to the bench, was Elena Wright, no longer the victim but Judge Elena Wright, recently appointed to the Superior Court after a landmark election, her platform built on reforming police accountability. The irony hit like a freight train. The woman he'd choked was now the arbiter of his fate. Whispers rippled through the gallery, reporters scribbling furiously. Derek's mind reeled. How? Why her? His lawyer objected immediately, citing conflict of interest, but Elena, her gaze steel, overruled. "I recuse myself from any direct involvement in the assault case against me," she explained coolly. "But this trial is for your corruption charges, Officer Harlan. Justice will be blind here." The proceedings began, evidence mounting like a tidal wave. Witnesses testifying to his bribes, dash cam footage of planted drugs, bank records showing illicit deposits. Derek squirmed, flashbacks haunting him, the chokehold, her gasps, the viral shame. But twists unraveled. During cross-examination, a surprise witness emerged, Derek's former partner, Officer Ramirez, who confessed under oath that Derek had saved his life once in a shootout, painting a picture of a flawed man pushed by a broken system. Elena listened impassively, but inside, memories stirred. Her own past, growing up in poverty, witnessing her brother's wrongful arrest, fueling her climb from public defender to judge. As deliberations loomed, another bombshell. Leaked emails revealed department higher-ups had cover for Derek's actions, implicating the chief himself. Protests outside swelled, chants echoing into the courtroom. Derek, desperate, took the stand, tears streaming. "I didn't mean to hurt her," he sobbed. "I was angry, scared. The job changes you." Elena's ruling came after tense days, guilty on all counts, but with a twist in sentencing. Instead of maximum prison time, she imposed a reduced sentence with mandatory reform, community service in black neighborhoods, sensitivity training, and public apologies. "You choke me, officer," she said from the bench, her voice unwavering. "But I won't choke justice. Learn from this or rot." The courtroom erupted. Some cheered redemption. Others decried leniency. Derek, stunned, was led away, his life forever altered. Elena stepped down, the weight of the gavel heavy. But in the quiet of her chambers, she smiled faintly, a twist of fate turning victim into victor. Years later, Derek, paroled and changed, volunteered at a youth center, mentoring at-risk kids. His story a cautionary tale. Elena rose to higher courts, her legacy etching reforms that saved countless lives. But the deepest twist? In a quiet reconciliation, Derek sought her out, apologizing face to face. "You saved me," he admitted. She nodded. "No, you face yourself." And in that moment, amid the scars of division, a fragile bridge formed, proving that even in darkness, twists can lead to light. The end came not with vengeance, but understanding, a narrative woven through pain into hope, reminding us all that justice, like life, is full of unexpected turns.